Let me tell you something powerful. Your mind is the most incredible tool you'll ever possess, but it can also be your greatest enemy if you're not in control. Think about it, your mind is always working. It's constantly feeding you thoughts, interpreting situations, and generating emotions. But here's the truth most people never realize: if you don't take conscious control of your mind, it will control you. And when that happens, it doesn't lead you to your dreams, it leads you to fear, doubt, and hesitation. Have you ever caught yourself stuck in a loop of negativity, worrying about things that haven't even happened yet, or replaying the past over and over? That's your mind on autopilot. And autopilot isn't built for greatness, it's built for survival. Your mind is wired to focus on threats and problems. That's how we evolved. But let me ask you this: are you here just to survive? Or are you here to thrive, to grow, to create an extraordinary life? Because thriving doesn't happen by accident. It happens by intention, by deciding right now that you are the one in control. Taking control of your mind means becoming the master of your focus. It means choosing where your energy goes. Most people let their mind drag them around like a puppet on strings, reacting to circumstances, people, and emotions without ever stopping to realize you have a choice. You don't have to listen to every thought that pops into your head. You don't have to believe the lies your fears tell you. You have the power to question them, to challenge them, to rewrite them. This isn't easy, and I'm not here to tell you it's going to be. But what's the alternative? Living a life dictated by fear and doubt. Giving up on your dreams because your mind convinced you they were impossible. That's not living. That's existing. To take control of your mind, you have to step into the driver's seat. You have to decide that you are the one calling the shots. That means interrupting the patterns of doubt, negativity, and distraction. It means training your mind like a muscle, strengthening it every single day with focus, discipline, and intention. You wouldn't let someone else walk into your life and take over your decisions, would you? Then why would you let your untamed mind do the same? This is your life, your dreams, your legacy. And the only way to truly live it is by taking control of the very thing that drives it all, your mind. So I challenge you today, take that control. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect circumstances. That moment is now. Decide that you're no longer a victim of your thoughts, you're the leader of your mind. And when you do that, you unleash a power so extraordinary that it will transform not only your life, but the lives of everyone around you. Because when you control your mind, there is nothing, absolutely nothing you cannot achieve. Let me share something that can change the way you live your life forever. You are not your thoughts. Let that sink in for a moment. Those fears, doubts, insecurities, and all the noise racing through your mind, that's not who you are. Those thoughts are just patterns, echoes of your past experiences, beliefs you've picked up along the way, or even reactions to what's happening around you. They're not the truth, and they don't define you unless you let them. Most people spend their lives believing every thought that enters their mind. They hear, "I'm not good enough," and they accept it. They think, "I'm going to fail," and they stop trying. But what if I told you that your mind is like a radio? It broadcasts all kinds of stations. Some are uplifting and empowering, while others are pure noise. Just because a station is playing doesn't mean you have to listen to it. You get to choose. You can switch the channel. The problem is, we've been conditioned to believe our thoughts are facts. But thoughts are just that, thoughts. They're not commandments. They're not laws. They're fleeting. They come and go like clouds in the sky or waves in the ocean. And when you realize this, when you truly understand that you are not the storm of thoughts in your mind, you become free. You stop being a prisoner of fear, anxiety, and negativity. Think about it. How many of your thoughts are based on fear? How many are just the same old limiting beliefs playing on repeat? I can't do this. I'm not smart enough. What if I fail? Those thoughts don't belong to you. They're the product of years of conditioning, what you've heard from others, what society has told you, and what you've told yourself over and over again. But none of that is your true essence. Who you are is far greater than the noise in your head. Taking control of your mind starts with this realization: you are the observer of your thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. Imagine standing on the shore of a river, watching the water flow by. That's your mind. The thoughts are the water, constantly moving, constantly changing. You don't have to jump into the river every time a thought passes. You can watch it, acknowledge it, and let it go. This isn't just a nice idea. It's the foundation for true freedom and power. Because when you separate yourself from your thoughts, you create space. And in that space, you can choose. You can choose which thoughts to nurture and which ones to release. You can replace fear with confidence, doubt with determination, and chaos with clarity. So I want you to start today. The next time you hear that voice in your head telling you you're not enough, pause. Remind yourself that's just a thought. That's not me. And then ask yourself, what thought would empower me right now? What belief would move me forward? You are not the chatter in your mind. You are the creator, the master, the leader of your thoughts. And when you step into that role, when you take ownership of your inner world, there's no limit to what you can achieve. The world doesn't change when your circumstances shift, it changes when you decide to stop believing every thought and start shaping them instead. This is your power. Use it. Every single one of us carries a story in our mind, a narrative we've been telling ourselves about who we are, what we're capable of, and what's possible for our lives. Here's the problem: most of these stories weren't written by us. They were written by our past, by our fears, by the opinions of others, by failures we've experienced, and by beliefs we didn't even choose. But here's the breakthrough moment: you can rewrite the story. The story you tell yourself is the lens through which you see the world. If you keep telling yourself that you're not smart enough, not strong enough, or not deserving enough, you will live out that story. It's like a script in a movie you acted out without even realizing it. But what if that script is wrong? What if you've been living a story of limitation when you were born to live a story of greatness? You see, your mind loves patterns. It clings to the familiar, even if the familiar is holding you back. If you've been telling yourself, I'm not good with money, or I always mess things up, or success isn't for people like me, your mind will work overtime to prove that story true. It's not because it's the truth, it's because that's the story you've chosen, consciously or not. And here's the catch: the story you believe will become your reality. But just like a writer can tear up a draft and start over, so can you. You don't have to be stuck in the old narrative. You can create a new one, a story that empowers you, fuels you, and aligns with the person you want to become. Ow. By choosing your words and beliefs with intention. Start by identifying the old story. What's the narrative running in your mind? What beliefs about yourself are holding you back? Don't sugarcoat it, get honest. Write it down if you have to. Once you see it clearly, you can decide to let it go. And then here's the exciting part: you get to write a new story. What's the story you want to live? Who do you want to be? Maybe it's I am resourceful, and I always find a way. Maybe it's I have everything I need within me to succeed. Maybe it's I am fearless, unstoppable, and capable of achieving greatness. Whatever it is, make it empowering, make it bold, and then tell it to yourself every single day until it becomes your new reality. The more you repeat this new story, the more your mind will accept it as truth. You'll begin to notice opportunities you didn't see before. You'll take actions you never thought you could. You'll start to live in alignment with the powerful, limitless person you truly are. But here's the key: this isn't a one-time thing. You've got to commit to this process. You've got to interrupt the old story every time it tries to sneak back in and replace it with the new one. You've got to act like the person in your new story, even when it feels uncomfortable. Because change isn't easy, but it's worth it. Your story is your identity, and your identity shapes your destiny. If the story you're living isn't taking you where you want to go, change it. Rewrite it. Because you are the author of your life. And when you take control of the pen, there is no limit to the masterpiece you can create. Focus is one of the most powerful tools you have to control your mind in your life. What you focus on shapes your entire reality. It determines how you feel, what you believe, and ultimately what you achieve. But here's the problem most people face: they let their focus wander. They let it be dictated by fear, distraction, or the noise around them. And when you let your focus drift, you lose control of your power. Let me tell you something fundamental: where focus goes, energy flows. If you focus on problems, guess what? You'll find more problems. If you focus on excuses, you'll uncover a mountain of reasons why something can't be done. But when you focus on solutions, you'll unlock creativity, resilience, and the ability to move forward. When you focus on gratitude, your entire state of being shifts. You stop seeing what's missing and start seeing what's possible. Your mind is like a magnifying glass. It can amplify whatever you direct it toward. If you're always focusing on what's wrong, those challenges will grow bigger and bigger until they seem insurmountable. But if you shift that focus to what you can control, to what's working, to the opportunities hiding in plain sight, suddenly the impossible becomes possible. Most people are unaware of how much power they give away by focusing on the wrong things. They obsess over what other people think. They dwell on the past, replaying old mistakes and missed chances. Or they worry about the future, imagining worst-case scenarios that may never even happen. But here's the truth. The only moment you have control over is right now. And the question is, what are you choosing to focus on in this moment? Your focus is your choice. It's your superpower. And like any skill, it gets stronger the more you practice it. Start training your focus like a muscle. When your mind starts drifting to fear, doubt, or negativity, pull it back. Ask yourself, what's one thing I can do right now to move closer to my goal? What am I grateful for in this moment? What's the opportunity here? You see, focus isn't just about ignoring distractions. It's about deliberately directing your energy toward what matters most. It's about becoming crystal clear on your vision and refusing to let anything pull you away from it. It's about feeding the thoughts and actions that bring you closer to your dreams while starving the ones that hold you back. I'm not saying this is easy. It takes discipline. It takes commitment. But the reward is extraordinary because when you master your focus, you take control of your emotions. You take control of your actions. You take control of your actions. And you take control of your results. Life is always going to throw challenges your way. There will always be reasons to feel discouraged, angry, or afraid. But you get to decide what to focus on. You can focus on the setback, or you can focus on the lesson. You can focus on what's been taken from you, or you can focus on what's still possible. Right now, I want you to ask yourself, what am I focusing on? And more importantly, is that focus empowering me or holding me back? Because your life isn't shaped by what happens to you. It's shaped by how you choose to see it. Change your focus and you'll change your life. Focus on what's possible and you'll achieve what once seemed impossible. That's the power of your mind. That's the power of focus. Use it wisely. Most people believe that emotions just happen to them as if they're some kind of uncontrollable force of nature. I feel angry, I feel sad, I feel anxious, but here's what I need you to hear loud and clear: emotions don't just happen to you, you create them. They're not random and they're not inevitable. They're the result of what you focus on, the meanings you assign to situations, and the state you put your body in. And when you realize this, you gain an incredible superpower, the ability to control your emotional state no matter what's going on around you. Think about it. Have you ever seen two people face the exact same challenge but respond in completely different ways? One person panics, gets overwhelmed, and shuts down, while the other stays calm, focused, and resourceful. What's the difference? It's not the situation, it's the emotions they're creating in response to it. And those emotions are entirely within their control. Let's break this down. Emotions are shaped by three things: your focus, your language, and your physical state. First, what you focus on determines what you feel. If you constantly focus on what's wrong, what's missing, or what could go wrong, you're going to feel stressed, anxious, or defeated. But if you shift your focus to what you can control, what you're grateful for, and what's possible, you'll feel empowered, energized, and ready to take on the world. Second, the language you use has an enormous impact on your emotions. The words you choose to describe your experience aren't just a reflection of how you feel, they shape how you feel. If you say, "I'm devastated," you'll feel one way. But if you say, "I'm a little frustrated, but I can handle this," your emotional response shifts completely. Words have power. Choose them wisely. Finally, and this is a game changer, your physical state directly influences your emotions. Have you ever noticed that when you're slouched over, breathing shallowly and moving slowly, you feel tired or unmotivated? On the other hand, when you stand tall, breathe deeply, and move with energy, your emotions follow suit. Your body is a tool for changing your mind. Use it. Here's the key: you don't have to wait for life to hand you a reason to feel good. You don't have to wait for perfect circumstances to feel confident, happy, or inspired. You can create those emotions right now by controlling your focus, language, and state. Imagine waking up every day and choosing how you want to feel. Imagine stepping into every situation with the emotional strength to handle whatever comes your way. That's the power you have when you stop reacting to your emotions and start creating them instead. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or stuck, don't just sit there and accept it. Take control. Ask yourself, what am I focusing on right now, and how can I shift it? What language am I using, and how can I make it more empowering? What's my physical state, and how can I change it to feel stronger and more confident? This is not just about feeling better, it's about taking control of your life. Because when you master your emotions, you master your decisions. And when you master your decisions, you master your destiny. Stop letting your emotions dictate your actions. Start taking charge of them and watch how your entire world transforms. Your mind and your body are a team. And the connection between the two is more powerful than most people realize. If you want to control your mind, you have to start by controlling your physical state. Your body is the gateway to your emotions, your focus, and ultimately your results. When you take control of your body, you take control of your mind. Think about it when you feel defeated. How does your body respond? You slump your shoulders, lower your head, breathe shallowly, and move slowly. Your body is literally broadcasting the message of defeat to your brain. And your brain listens. It amplifies those feelings of helplessness, anxiety, or doubt, and the cycle continues. But here's the breakthrough: if your body is feeding your mind negativity, you can flip the script. You can use your body to send a completely different message, one of confidence, strength, and certainty. Stand up right now. Yes, do it. Plant your feet firmly on the ground, lift your chest, pull your shoulders back, and hold your head high. Take a deep, powerful breath. Feel the difference in your body. You're not just standing taller, you're changing your state. You're telling your mind, I've got this. Your physiology is the fastest way to change your psychology. When you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or unmotivated, don't try to think your way out of it. Move your body instead. Go for a run. Jump up and down. Stretch. Breathe deeply. Smile, even if you don't feel like it. These small physical actions send signals to your brain that shift your entire state of mind. And this isn't just about snapping out of a bad mood, it's about conditioning yourself for success. If you consistently carry yourself like someone who's confident, focused, and ready to tackle any challenge, your mind will align with that identity. Over time, this becomes your default state, not just a temporary shift, but a way of life. Here's the reality: you cannot feel fearful and strong at the same time. You cannot feel hopeless and empowered in the same breath. And the key to stepping out of those disempowering emotions lies in how you use your body. Think of the moments when you felt most alive, most unstoppable. Were you slouched over, barely moving? No, you were standing tall, your heart was pounding, your energy was high. That wasn't a coincidence, it was your physiology driving your mindset. So the next time doubt or fear creeps in, don't let it take root. Take control of your physical state, change your posture, breathe deeply, move with purpose, and watch how quickly your mental state shifts. The truth is, controlling your mind starts with mastering the way you show up physically. Your body is your tool, your foundation. Use it to your advantage, and you'll discover a level of control, confidence, and power that you never knew you had. And when you combine a strong body with a focused mind, there is nothing, absolutely nothing you can't achieve. Let me tell you a truth that will set you free. The meaning you give to any situation determines how you feel about it, and how you feel about it determines how you act. And guess what? You are the one who assigns that meaning. It's not the event itself that holds power over you, it's the story you create around it. Control the meaning, and you control the outcome. Life is constantly throwing situations your way, challenges, setbacks, successes, and surprises. And while you can't always control what happens to you, you can always control what it means to you. That's where your true power lies. Two people can experience the exact same event and walk away with completely different perspectives. One person sees failure, the other sees a lesson. One sees a closed door, the other sees an opportunity to try another path. The difference isn't the event, it's the meaning they choose to assign to it. Let me ask you this: how many times have you faced a challenge and told yourself, this is too hard, or I'm not good enough to handle this? That meaning became your reality. But what if in that same moment you said to yourself, this is tough, but it's making me stronger, or this is an opportunity to learn and grow? Do you see how the shift in meaning changes everything? The meaning you choose doesn't just shape how you feel, it shapes what you do next. When you assign a negative meaning, you shrink, you hesitate, you hold back. But when you assign an empowering meaning, you take action, you grow, and you push through. That's the difference between staying stuck and breaking through. Now, I'm not saying this is always easy. When you're in the middle of a storm, it can be hard to see the silver lining. But that's when you have to remind yourself, I have the power to choose what this means. Maybe the setback isn't the end. Maybe it's a chance to start again with more wisdom. Maybe the criticism isn't a reason to quit. Maybe it's feedback that can make you better. The meaning is yours to decide. This isn't about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to find a meaning that serves you instead of one that holds you back. It's about turning every experience into fuel for your growth. And here's the best part: when you start practicing this, it becomes a habit. You begin to see challenges as opportunities, not obstacles. You start to view failures as stepping stones, not dead ends. Your entire mindset shifts from being a victim of circumstances to being the creator of your own destiny. So the next time life throws you a curveball, pause. Ask yourself, what meaning am I assigning to this? Is it empowering me or disempowering me? And then make a conscious choice. Choose the meaning that makes you stronger. Choose the meaning that moves you forward. You are the author of your life story, and every moment is a chance to write a new chapter. Don't let someone else or even your past decide what things mean to you. Take control of the meaning, and you'll take control of your mind, your emotions, and your future. Because in the end, the meaning you give shapes the life you live. Your environment is either your greatest ally or your greatest enemy when it comes to controlling your mind. It's shaping you every moment of every day, whether you realize it or not. The people you surround yourself with, the places you spend your time, the information you consume, all of it is influencing your thoughts, your beliefs, and ultimately your results. If you want to take control of your mind, you have to take control of your environment. Let me ask you something. Who are the people in your life right now? Are they lifting you up, challenging you to be your best, and supporting your dreams? Or are they pulling you down, feeding your doubts, and keeping you stuck in the same patterns? Because here's the reality: you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Their energy, their mindset, their habits, they rub off on you. And if they're not aligned with the life you want to create, it's time to make a change. Now, I'm not saying you need to cut everyone out of your life, but I am saying you need to be intentional about who you let into your inner circle. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who push you to grow, who believe in you, even when you doubt yourself. Find mentors, friends, and communities that reflect the values and vision you want for your life. Because when you're in an environment of growth, you can't help but grow. And it's not just the people around you, it's everything you expose yourself to. What are you feeding your mind on a daily basis? Are you consuming negativity, fear, and distractions, or are you filling your mind with knowledge, positivity, and ideas that move you forward? The books you read, the shows you watch, the social media you scroll through, it all matters. If you want to control your mind, you have to filter out the noise and focus on what serves you. Your physical space matters too. Is your environment cluttered and chaotic, or is it organized and energizing? The state of your surroundings reflects and reinforces the state of your mind. Create a space that inspires focus, creativity, and clarity, and you'll find it much easier to stay in control of your thoughts and emotions. This isn't about perfection, it's about intention. You can't always control every aspect of your environment, but you can control how you respond to it. You can choose to limit your exposure to negativity and seek out sources of inspiration. You can choose to spend more time with people who challenge and uplift you. You can choose to create a space that reflects the life you're building. When you align your environment with your goals, it becomes a powerful force that propels you forward. It reinforces your beliefs, supports your actions, and keeps you focused on what matters most. But when you let your environment go unchecked, it can pull you off course without you even realizing it. So take a look around. What's in your environment right now that's helping you grow? What's holding you back? And what changes can you make today to create a space and a circle of influence that supports the best version of you? Your environment is either feeding your success or fueling your failure. The choice is yours. Take control of it, and you'll take control of your mind. And when you take control of your mind, there's nothing, absolutely nothing that can stop you. Your habits are the foundation of your life. They're the daily actions you take, the routines you follow, the small choices you make over and over again. And let me tell you, your habits shape your destiny more than any single decision or moment of inspiration. Your habits define who you are today and who you will become tomorrow. And the incredible part, you have the power to shape them. You have the power to decide which habits will serve you and which ones will hold you back. The problem is most people are operating on autopilot, letting old habits they may have developed out of convenience or out of the influence of others run their lives. They don't realize that every habit they repeat is either bringing them closer to their goals or pushing them further away. Every day you're either moving towards the life you want or staying stuck in the life you have. And those small, seemingly insignificant habits are the driving force behind that progress or lack of it. Here's the thing, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. If you want to change your results, you have to change your daily habits. You can set all the big goals you want, but if your daily actions aren't aligned with those goals, you'll never get there. It's like saying you want to run a marathon, but then sitting on the couch every day eating junk food. The two are in direct conflict. But don't be overwhelmed, change doesn't have to happen overnight. The key is to start small. If you want to get in better shape, start by doing 5 push-ups a day. If you want to read more, start by reading just 5 pages a day. Start with habits that are easy to integrate into your life but still move you forward. And then once those small habits become second nature, build on them. The compound effect of these tiny daily improvements is nothing short of extraordinary. The key to lasting change is consistency. Consistency is what will take you from where you are now to where you want to go. But here's the kicker, you don't need motivation to be consistent, you need discipline. Motivation is fleeting, discipline is what carries you through on the days when you don't feel like it. That's why when you establish a new habit, you have to commit to doing it every single day. Even when it's hard, even when you're tired, and even when you're not seeing immediate results. And as you begin to shift your habits, here's something important to remember, don't beat yourself up if you slip. Perfection isn't the goal, progress is. Everyone has setbacks. Everyone has moments where they fall short. But the key is to get back on track as soon as possible. The longer you wait to return to your positive habits, the easier it becomes to slip into the old ones. But if you get up, brush yourself off, and recommit, you'll start to build momentum that can carry you further than you ever thought possible. The best part, the power of habits goes beyond just actions that impact your identity. The more you engage in positive habits, the more you start to see yourself as the type of person who succeeds. And once you see yourself as that person, your actions will naturally align with your new identity. You won't have to force yourself to do the right things, it will be who you are. So start today. Take a look at your habits and ask yourself, are they helping me become the person I want to be? Are they taking me closer to my goals? If not, it's time to make a change. Choose one small habit to start with and then build on that. When you take control of your habits, you take control of your life. And when you take control of your life, there's no limit to what you can achieve. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are not powerless. You are the creator of your reality. The mind is the most powerful tool you have. And when you take control of it, you unlock the unlimited potential within you. This is the truth that can transform your life, your thoughts, your focus, your emotions, your habits, your environment, all of it is in your hands. And the moment you realize that, everything changes. Now, I know it's not always easy. The world will try to distract you, to pull you off course. You'll face challenges, doubts, and setbacks. But every time you control your mind, every time you take that small step to shift your focus, every time you choose to feel empowered instead of defeated, you are reinforcing the life you want to create. And those small, consistent changes will lead to massive, life-changing results. I want you to understand this, your mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of fear, doubt, and negativity, that's what will grow. But if you plant seeds of possibility, belief, and resilience, that's what will flourish. It's up to you to decide which seeds you're nurturing. So I challenge you, take control of your mind right now. Start today. Commit to focusing on what you want, not what you fear. Commit to creating emotions that empower you, not drag you down. Commit to building habits that align with your dreams. Commit to surrounding yourself with people in an environment that lift you higher. The moment you decide to take full responsibility for your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, that's the moment you'll unlock the life you were meant to live. The world is waiting for you to show up as your most powerful, unstoppable self. It's not about waiting for the perfect time, the perfect circumstance, or the perfect moment. It's about taking action right now. Because you have everything you need within you to shape your mind, shape your life, and create the future you desire. Remember this, you are the master of your mind, and as you master it, you master your destiny. You have the power the strength, and the ability to take control, so don't wait any longer. The time to act is now. Your best self is waiting. The world is waiting. It's time to rise.